and the smoky flavor and barbecue flavor.
The smell and sizzle of a smoky on a hot summer day is enough to make any hungry tummy growl, any dry mouth water. Or maybe it's a sticky, sweet waffle that has you reaching into your pocket for some change. Whatever tickles your fancy, chances are you'll find it in downtown Victoria, the Canadian city with the most restaurants per capita.
I've got hamburgers with bacon, cheeseburgers, chicken burgers.
But most of this fancy fare can't be found indoors, rather on the streets.
And he makes such a beautiful batch of onions.
Mark and Ray of Mark's Big Dogs set up in the Inner Harbour 7 days a week. They're one of 27 food carts around Victoria where you can find everything from mini donuts to Mexican. But while there is some variety, many say there's not a lot to choose from.
Yeah, I think we could have more. Why not? Expand, develop.
This hot dog master says he'd welcome more food carts in Victoria, something more and more people are talking about as the number of carts in Vancouver continues to grow. Just look at the popular show called Eat Street on Food Network Canada, and you'll see there's a huge appetite for these carts all across North America.
A lot of people think they bring life and excitement and a new kind of vitality.
But despite requests from visitors, locals, and potential food cart owners to see more street food around the city, Councillor Marion Alto says there are no plans to simply open up the floodgates.
It's not a priority to the degree of it's an infrastructure cost we have to fix because it's broken. It's an idea that a lot of people like, a lot of people have reservations about. We think there's potential, and if we explore it, we're going to make sure that we explore it with a time-limited trial and do it the right way.
The Puerto Vallarta Mexican food truck here at the foot of Yates Street is a good example of how the system works now. The truck here is on private property, so the city has no say of him being here, and there are a few more examples of this around downtown.
Frankly, those are the ones that probably cause the most anxiety for our members. And all we can do is encourage respectful dialogue between those folks and the businesses that are in the area.
And as the chair of the board for the Downtown Victoria Business Association, Fran Hobbes says there's not much they can do about the food carts that are on private property. And she says the whole issue is a touchy one for her members.
They have a significant investment in their business, and their past experience with some of the food carts hasn't been good. So we would want to be sure that they were heavily regulated, that there were rights of first refusal for our members, there were restrictions on location. The last thing we want would be some kind of potentially perceived unfair competition with those that have the established food businesses downtown.
But Hobbes says if they can work out a system where there is a limited number of carts and they don't directly compete with nearby businesses, the DVBA could support a pilot project.
Once they realize that we're actually talking about regulating, then it actually brings them to a point often where they're a bit more interested because there are no regulations that the city can impose on a private property location.
Alto says the city will take the fall to discuss the issue with local businesses, listen to concerns, and look for feedback. And if it can iron out all the kinks, we could see a small pilot project of 6 to 8 carts around the city by next summer. In Victoria, I'm Nikki Ewanyshyn.